Huge news for the PvP when it comes to Lost Ark. Smilegate just recently made their State of the Union, or their 3-year anniversary announcement, just pretty much addressing a ton of different areas of the game. In this video, I want to just talk about the PvP because I'm really excited to hear about this. A lot of the people that have experienced the PvP in Lost Ark know that this is just a game with huge upside, a lot of potential, one of the most enjoyable games that I've ever played when it comes to the PvP, but there's always that small fear of it being neglected. And for those of you who are not actually playing the game, or skeptical about playing the game because you've heard it is actually a PvE game, this is just really big news. So when it comes to the PvP portion of it, it's this section right here, this whole little list here. It goes over the 3-year thing, but I want to talk about this section right here. And what I've done is I've actually translated this here. So this right here is actually the Google Translate copy pasta, which you could just translate or read over, whatever it is, or pause the video. Okay. But the issue with Google Translate, actually, I don't even have to tell you guys what the issues are with Google Translate. You guys know, right? I want to kind of explain the context. So what I've done is I've actually broken this down. This is the actual copy paste from this section right here. Okay, so I'm gonna actually pull this down. This is the actual Korean right here. Okay, and from right here, I've translated each section, and I've done my best to kind of give you guys, put it into words so that you guys would kind of understand the context of what's being said here. Okay, so the first sentence here is this right here, and it's just pretty much saying that they have started testing and adjusting the PvP. Okay, they've begun the balancing and testing of PvP, and this is more of a focused thing. I mean, of course, as you guys know, they've obviously made balance changes in PvP, but this is essentially saying that they are focusing on it even more. And the next section pretty much says, this is kind of a longer section, is that they want more exposure and visibility on the PvP. They want to create a more stable, controlled tempo of play. And because of this, they're currently figuring out a way to create a PvP experience that will be reasonable and understandable for all going into the future. Not only does the PvP experience have to be indeed reasonable and understandable for all when it comes to the player's skill, but also has to be acceptable and balanced under the guidelines and rule set of the game. We need to study and figure out a way. So they're essentially identifying there are issues. They understand that the game has to be balanced. And not only just balanced, but balanced under the rule set, right? So this is kind of, I feel like, their way of just saying that they know. They know what we've been telling them, or what a lot of the Korean PvP players or the Russian players, or just the talk amongst the PvP community. They get that. They know that, and they're trying to figure that out. Okay, they're addressing that. And this next part is actually very reassuring. They're saying, due to the Rowan continent, and we'll talk about this in here. We'll talk about this here in a sec, which is an open PK zone. For those of you guys who thought it was a rumor or wasn't sure if it was actually true, the Rowan continent is an upcoming zone that is open world PvP. It's open PK. It's a PK zone. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a sec. So that should get you guys excited if you guys aren't familiar with that. Due to this content that's going to be released, the PvP balance is going to be more actively pursued. So this, anyone can kind of say this second paragraph and just make us feel good, but this right here kind of gives me this kind of gives me personally more reassurance that they are going to be doing this, because this is a major piece of content that they're adding to the core of the game. And if that's going to happen, of course, they're going to focus on that PvP, right? This is a big step that they're taking. I'm going to get back to this here in a sec. The next Royal Roaders tournament is being prepared. The next section, I really like the way they worded. They're pretty much saying there may be, and this is again in their own words, there may be people that would say something like, why would you even have a Royal Roaders tournament? Go balance your PvP first. The fact that they made that statement just tells me they know that their PvP is not balanced and needs work. Like they know, they're fucking acknowledging this shit. I think that's fucking awesome. Anyways, and it goes on to say that the other, again, this is in their words right now. We understand that, people might say this, why would you have Royal Roaders? Go balance your PvP first. The other perspective of this would be that if we host a big event such as this, we will be able to better identify and expose the weaknesses of PvP, showing the potential major faults and issues of PvP on a public stage obviously has its downsides, obviously, but we believe it can also have a major upside for the future of PvP because we can identify those problems, increase the interest and demand for PvP through the event, then improve the PvP. So the whole context of this paragraph is pretty much, hey, look, we know we have issues with the balance in PvP. We actually do want to focus on PvP now. And we actually are going to focus on PvP now. We have PvE content that revolves around the PvP. We have a tournament. We have another tournament that we're going to showcase. The goal of that tournament is to garner more demand and more visibility and more exposure for PvP so we can get more people to actually do the PvP. And if that comes at the cost of showing the current weaknesses and the faults of it, then we believe that could be potentially a good thing for us because we plan on fixing the game. That's kind of the context that I got when I read over this. And just to make sure, I actually asked my parents to make sure I understood this correctly because my Korean isn't the best, right? So that's pretty much what I got out of it. So we're gonna go back to this this other section that I want to pull up here, and I'll actually link this content creator's page here because I actually pulled this up from a content creator, Korean content creator. So if you are wondering what the direction is with this rowing continent, hear this out and I'll kind of explain what's happening. All right, I'm going to play this here. So here we go. This is from this event that was, this is obviously the Lost Ark Small.
트아크 최초의 PK 대륙입니다. 필드쟁이 펼쳐지고 전장이 펼쳐지는 곳이라고 할 수 있겠습니다. 조금 무법지라고 할 수 있어요. 근데 로스트아크가 필드쟁이 맞느니 아니니를 떠나서 저희가 한번 마련해 볼게요.
So what he just said there is pretty much like, wow, this is a big step. Like this is a ballsy play to go open world PK zone and Lost Ark. Is this the right direction? Is this the right direction of Lost Ark? Like he's acknowledging that. Like he's like, yeah, you could, like, we understand. We understand that this is a big step in a different direction with this.
네, 로스트아크가 필드쟁이 맞느니 아니니를 떠나서 저희가 한번 마련해 볼게요.
But we're gonna give it a shot. That's pretty much what he's saying, right? He's like, this guy, I fucking love it. I love it. It's like go hard or go home type of approach with this. That's, as a PvP person, that's so awesome to hear.
정말 재밌을지 개판이 일어날지 모르잖아요. 한번.
We don't know if this is gonna be fucking great. We don't know if this is gonna be fucking awful. 개판. We 개판, just shit. We don't know if this is gonna be a shit fest. We don't know if it's gonna be good. We don't know if it's gonna be shit. We don't know. But let's fucking try it. Let's fucking try it. That's what he's saying. Let's give it a go. Is what he's saying.
우선 설정해보고 이거는 그래도 2021년 안에는 확실하게 나올 수 있는 대륙입니다.
So, if you're wondering, and I know that's a little bit, that's really short. There's not a lot of info regarding this, but I feel like it's a little bit unknown. I know in the Western audiences, a lot of people are saying, oh, I heard there are rumors that there's an open PK world on it, an open world PK zone continent, whatever, that's coming out. I just wanted to kind of confirm that because it kind of goes along with this whole announcement that they made, right? And again, I think this is really, really exciting news, and I wanted to drop this before the beta test because if you are planning on not playing Lost Ark because you know that it is known to be a PvE game, it might be worth trying out right now, because one thing that everyone will tell you that does play this game, it was considered a PvE game. Well, it is currently now, but the PvP that is in the game is just amazing. It's really, really, really good. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly get that out. I'm really glad that I was able to get this out before the beta. If you guys are excited about it, let me know in the comment section below. All right, I'll see you in the next one.